Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm so excited because I'm filming the third and final video in my Allure Best of Beauty series for this year. This is a series that I do every single year. I look forward to it every single year. I've already filmed my drugstore version of this video where I try out all the drugstore Best of Beauty Allure winners. I've also filmed and posted the high-end version, and then I've more recently, over the past couple of years, have incorporated the Reader's Choice Awards, which now that I understand the process of Allure, I feel like this is actually a fun video to film every year because it kind of highlights the products that real people love and use, the readers of the magazine. I will say there are more repeat products in this list every year than I've seen, and there's a lot that repeat in like the drugstore and high-end categories, but the Reader's Choice Awards, it seems like people just stick to the classics and their favorites and they love them. So there's going to be quite a few things that you've seen probably last year and the year before, but I'm still going to film this video because there are a couple of new ones. There's like new products that have launched since last year that made it in here, which is kind of fun. So let's get right into it. I'm going to touch on a little bit of hair and body. One of the things that I really love personally that was part of this list is the Living Proof Full Dry Volume and Texture Spray. This really does a good job at adding texture to the hair. It's been in my routine for a long time and it smells really great. So I was happy to see that it was part of the Reader's Choice Awards this year. Also, something that was really fun to see is the Tree Hut Moroccan Rose Body Scrub, which if you didn't see my drugstore version of this series, I actually tried this out for the first time and I love it already. So clearly it's a very viral product and a favorite among both the readers and the editors of Allure. So I wanted to give this little shout out as well because it was fun to see it win in both places. For skincare, I went ahead and prepped my skin using a Reader's Choice Award winner. Now, this is something that won last year, and honestly, I feel like the year before. I could be wrong, but this is the PAULA'S Choice 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. Honestly, I need to reincorporate this back into my routine because for a while there, this was my favorite toner ever, and I really noticed a difference. So I'm going to purposefully keep this out on my bathroom counter so I can remember to use it every day. It's a really nice texture, but I remember over time feeling like my pores really did improve in just appearance and size. So I'm going to keep using this, but you guys probably already know about that as well because it's a pretty viral product. And then every year for Reader's Choice, they kind of give a brand an award for like best new brand. And this year PREQUEL won, which I was excited to see. I've been starting to become a very big fan of PREQUEL products. I haven't tried everything, but I am on their PR list. So I have tried a few things they've launched and everything I really, really love. I wanted to incorporate my current favorite PREQUEL product, which is the Multi-Quench Plumping Hydration Serum. This is something that I actually tried out because of my friend Pensmith Skincare. If you guys don't follow her, she is an expert esthetician. She has the most amazing channel and also her skin is incredible, so I literally trust everything she says. But she raved about this, so I have been using it ever since I heard her talk about it and I've really been loving it. So I did apply this after the liquid exfoliant and it just kind of plumps the skin. It makes it feel and look very nice. Then I went in with one of my favorite moisturizers of all time. This is also a reoccurring winner. This is from Drunk Elephant. It's the Lala Retro Whipped Cream and it's just such a good basic moisturizer in the best way. Obviously very high quality, but basic in the sense where there's no fragrance or anything like that. It has a very comfortable texture, not too greasy, not too light, not too heavy. It's just perfect, and this has been in my routine for a very long time, so I went ahead and used that. And then to prep my lips for this, I used another Reader's Choice Award winner that has been in these videos over and over and over, and it's the LANEIGE Lip Sleeping Mask. I'm sure at this point you've probably all tried this. It is viral for a reason. I feel like every time I watch one of those videos where like a celebrity is showing you what's in their purse, this is like always in everyone's bag. So it's a really great product as well. For nails, ESSIE won Best Polish, so I went ahead and painted my nails an ESSIE polish that I already had, and this is in the shade Wicked. It's almost black, but it's actually like cherry brown black. It's very deep to where it kind of comes across as a black, but it's actually got a little bit of like a brown red, and I think it's so perfect for fall. So I painted my nails with this color. Also, something else that won that I know everybody really loves, I'm going to pop it up here because it is something that I've really enjoyed. I like how it makes my skin look glowy. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I could not find mine for the life of me. I know I've got it somewhere, but I'll pop that up there as well because I know a lot of you guys really enjoy that. I wanted to try out something new, and I believe this won in a breakthrough category. I can't remember, But this is from Drunk Elephant. It's their B-Goldi Bright Drops. So you know how they've got their bronzing drops, they've got their blush drops. This is a more recent launch that I have yet to try. So I'm going to give this a whirl today. And I'm just going to use this kind of as like an illuminating primer on the sides of the face. So we'll see how that goes. But here it is. It's the same packaging as their bronzer drops. Let's see how this goes. Okay. It's just one universal kind of sheer gold color. Ooh, that's pretty though. It does have a little bit of like a champagne hue in there as well. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit on the cheeks. I'm gonna try to pick up what's on my hand too. So these are technically, if I'm not mistaken, they're kind of meant to be mixed into your skincare, but for the purpose of this video, I kind of wanted to use it as a highlighter under the skin. Ooh, the texture is really nice and lightweight. And it's definitely giving the skin a ton of glow. You see that? Looks really, really pretty. I'm gonna try to leave the center of the face untouched by this because I do want to apply primer there. So there we go. That actually is really pretty. You can see how it gives the skin a nice hydrated glow, but there's not visible reflex in here, I don't think. No. Wow, that's pretty. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Shea Beauty, the Star Glow Super Gel, which guys, this actually won an Allure Best of Beauty Award this year, and I forgot to put it in my video. So this is one of my favorite products that also won, not a Reader's Choice Award, but it kind of reminds me of this in a way. I feel like this is a little bit thinner in texture, but the effect that it gives is really similar. Okay. Oh, before we hop into makeup, there was also an award given to the DYSON Airwrap. I actually have one of these. I love it and I use it all the time. I actually finally got it last year for Christmas. It is so lovely. Every time I take the time to do my hair with it, my hair looks like I just stepped out of the salon. So I wanted to throw that in there as well because I know a lot of people love that. All right, we're gonna go into the product that won Best Viral Product. And that is this right here, which you guys know I've talked about quite a few times on my channel recently, especially. If you watched my Best Primer series, According to You, you would have seen this. I won't give away the ranking, but you would have seen it. But seems like Allure readers love this as well. I should say, I'm not actually sure exactly how the Reader's Choice Awards work. I've never entered them myself, like I've never submitted my favorites. So if you guys have, would you tell us in the comments how it works on your end? Like how exactly you submit your favorites? Is it something where you pick out of a few, or do you get to actually like write in your favorites? I want to know. Also, I realized through understanding the process of the Allure Award winners now, and there was actually a really lovely comment left on my last video that kind of validated my assumptions about this, but in order to get an Allure Best of Beauty Award winner, you have to submit your products to Allure and it costs money to do so. When it comes to the Reader's Choice, it's kind of more like relevant in a way, you could say, because I don't think they have to do that. So they're able to just kind of vote for their favorites and give products awards that maybe didn't necessarily enter to receive it, if that makes sense. All right, Best Foundation actually went to a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is pretty old, so I'm not gonna use this today. I need to rebuy this because I remember it being really, really nice, but I wanted to show you because the reader said it was really good, and it is. It really is. It's just been a while since I've tried it. Also in the clean category, the BAREMINERALS Original Foundation, which I haven't used in so long. I was planning on using this, but then I remembered that this won last year, and I actually used this in my last year's video. I need to like bring it back into my routine in general because I know so many of you guys still probably use this. I mean, maybe not. Tell me, are you guys still using this? If so, maybe I should use more BAREMINERALS on my channel. I'm a huge BAREMINERALS fan. So let me know if you want to see more of that. But in the clean category, the House Labs Foundation won an award, which I was excited to see because this really is such a good foundation. So I'm going to use this. I have a couple shades. I'm going to use the shade 030 Cool, which is actually a little bit warm. I might mix in a little bit of my other color. I got sent these in PR, so I've actually never been able to like properly select my proper shade. And then I'm gonna put in a little bit of 015 Fair, so that's gonna lighten it and make it a little more pink. What I love about this foundation is how it really just looks like skin. It is so beautiful. So let's go ahead and apply this all over. A little bit goes a long way. Hopefully this wasn't too light. It might be a little bit, but we'll warm things up later with bronzer. I really should go ahead and just buy my proper shade in this so I'm not mixing my foundation color every time. Hopefully I didn't apply too much. That is sometimes my problem with this foundation, and something that I realized through trial and error with this foundation is that a little goes a long way and less is more with this in the way that it looks on the skin. So the first time I wore it, I actually didn't love it. And then I tried less and it was amazing. So if you have this foundation and you've run into the same issue where you're like, I don't know how to make this work for me, just use less. I feel like I used too much today, so I'm not exactly the best example as I'm talking about this, but yeah, typically less is more with this. And I really need to get my correct shade. I need to go in person for it though, you know, because I feel like the shades are a little bit interesting. They're almost opposite. So like the one that says 030 Fair Cool is actually warm toned, and then this one says warm and it's actually cool toned. So it kind of confuses me when choosing a shade. The Best Concealer Award went to the classic NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I swear has also won in the past. This is such a good one though, and it's just such a reliable formula at the end of the day. It's crazy because, you know, new things launch all the time, but there are some classics that just stand the test of time, and this is one of them. So I'm just gonna blend that out with my Beauty Blender. By the way, the Beauty Blender won a Reader's Choice Award as well as a Best of Beauty Award again. I feel like Beauty Blender always wins. So that's what I'm using today. There's not a loose powder that won, so I'm just gonna use my favorite, the Huda Beauty powder. And I'm gonna quickly set the face with this. All right, and then for bronzer, the Benefit Hoola bronzer won. They have since redone the packaging of this. This is a very old Hoola bronzer. I need to open, I literally have a fresh one out there, but I just haven't taken the time to open it. So I'm just going to apply this all over to warm up the skin. I feel like people love this because the color is just foolproof and the formula does blend out so beautifully all over the skin. I want to know how many of you guys are still using this in your routine. I personally really love Hoola Light, which is their light version. This one still works on me, like with a lighter hand, but Hoola Light I can be a little bit heavier handed with, and I just think it looks so natural on me and my skin tone. All right, let's do brows actually, and then we'll bounce back to blush and highlighter and everything. This is one for literally the umpteenth time. The Benefit Gimme Brow. I feel like it's always in these videos, and it's funny because it's something that I really never use. I never use it, but I keep them for videos like this because I feel like everyone else really loves them. And it's not that they're bad. Like I really do think it's a good product. It's just that I don't really use tinted brow gels like this, and maybe I need to get my act together and start using them. I feel like I tell myself that every year and I just never do. So I'm gonna use it today. I think what it is I just personally like a little bit more of a precise brow look. Just with my brow shape and size, I can't just use a pomade. It just doesn't work for me. And maybe other people are using more than this. But from what I understand, like the reason people like this is because it's kind of supposed to be a one and done product. But for me, it's not a done product. It's a one product, but I can't complete my brow look with just this. This is the shade 4, by the way. So see, like that's the best I can get for my brows without it looking unnatural. And I just need more. I need more filling in. So I'm gonna personally add something else. We're gonna use the Maybelline Brow Pen just to kind of like fill in the gaps to pretend that I have more brow hairs than I do. See, I feel like that looks fine. The brow pomade situation definitely gives me fuller looking brows, very fluffy looking brows, but there's just no way I could use it by itself. We're gonna jump into eyeshadow, and this is something that won last year as well. It's the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I'm like, okay, is this really our favorite? You know what I mean? I feel like there's so many out there, and I'm not saying this is not good, but this just seems like maybe the people voting for this haven't tried more shadows? I don't know. Again, I don't think it's a bad palette at all. I think it's a really pretty palette. And I love rosy tones like this. I just feel like for it to win every year, maybe it's just because people are just trying to go through theirs and they haven't yet, so they haven't bought a new one. I don't know. Or maybe I'm out of touch. Do you guys use this palette still? Tell me in the comments. Is this something that you're like, yeah, Allie, everyone still uses this, or am I just crazy because, you know, I will say I'm in a different kind of reality when I do this for a living and I try out all the new launches. So sometimes when I see a product this old and classic, not that classic shouldn't win awards, obviously, but when it's something like this, still winning Reader's Choice, I'm like, what? But you guys tell me, are you still using this palette? It really is such a pretty color story. I'm using the shade Limit, by the way, all over the eyes, mostly in the crease and then on the lower lash line to kind of smoke things out there as well. Then I'm going to take a little bit of, I think I want Factory, this one right here. I'm going to use this to add a little depth on the outer edge of the eye. All right, next I'm going to take the shade Dust, and I'm going to use that as our lid shade. I'm going to build that up with my finger because I always find that shimmer shades work best applied with my fingertip. It doesn't have that much payoff, so I'm building it up quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's obviously, I think the color story of this is where it really shines, but the Urban Decay formula isn't known for being the best, but at the same time, I should say, I do feel like it kind of is more user-friendly because it's not like, boom, so much pigment. So for more of a beginner, you really can't mess this kind of formula up. I just think I personally look for a little more oomph with my eyeshadows, but very pretty color story. Like, it's really, really nice. I love my mauves, so. Okay, we're gonna go into the NYX Epic Ink Liner, which won again. This is something that wins a Reader's Choice and an Allure award, I feel like, every year. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a nice little line with a small wing on the top lash line. Okay, the best mascara went to the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. This has become one of my favorite mascaras. So we're gonna apply this. Oh, I accidentally grabbed the brown, but you know what? I'm gonna use the brown. I think that would be pretty with this look. So I'm going to apply this to the top and bottom lashes. All right, now for blush. I'm sure you could probably guess what everyone chose. It's the Rare Beauty Liquid Blushes. I'm gonna wear the shade Hope today. I'm pretty sure these won last year as well. A little goes a long way with these. So I always like to put it on the back of my hand first and then pick it up with a brush and then go from there so I don't overdo it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press this into the cheeks. This is a really good formula. It's so foolproof and long wearing. All right, and along the same vein, the Best Highlighter Award went to Rare Beauty as well. This is their Positive Light Liquid Luminizer. I have the shade Enlighten. Same thing, a little goes a very long way with this. I'm actually gonna use the same brush, and I did the same thing. I dipped it onto the back of my hand and kind of mixed it into what's left of the blush so that it seamlessly blends into the blush. That's actually really pretty. It's been a long time since I've used this, but it definitely gives a very lovely finish to the skin. Like, really gorgeous. All right, let's go ahead and wipe off the lip balm and any foundation on the lips. And we're gonna go into a lip liner. In the clean category, the lip liners that won are actually from Tower 28. I love these. These are their one-liners, and I have all of them. I don't know where all of them went. I only have 2 in front of me, and I'm thinking that the shade Paint My Number is gonna be the best for this look with the eye look. So I'm gonna go in with this and line the lips. The great thing about this formula is you can actually use it on your eyes and cheeks too. It's very creamy and blendable, but I personally usually use them as lip liner. The Best Lipstick Award went to the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick, which is a classic iconic formula with classic iconic colors. I'm actually gonna use a newer color. This is Pillow Talk Fair. It's been one that I've been really, really loving. Wait, is Pillow Talk Fair in the matte formula? I don't think this is the matte formula. Hold on. No, it's in their other formula. Oh, we gotta blot this off. I'm gonna go find a matte version of this lipstick to wear. Okay, so the matte ones are more angled like this. So I just grabbed this one. This is called Kim KW. We're gonna add this into the center of the lips and blend it into that lip liner. And then on top of that, we're gonna apply the best lip gloss according to Allure Readers, and it's the Dior Lip Glow Oil. I have one in the shade 001 Pink. So this does tint your lips a pink color, but honestly, since that lipstick color is so light, I don't mind if it kind of darkens my lips a little bit. This really is such a beautiful formula and texture, and it has a nice like minty taste to it. All right, I'm going to assess the situation. There's not actually a setting spray, which I don't think there was last year either. So that completes this look. I feel like it looks so pretty. I'm mostly excited about the complexion. I actually didn't realize how beautiful the Rare Beauty highlighter would be kind of mixed into what was left of my blush. That turned out so pretty. Like, I'm really happy with how that looks. I also love the lip combo, but I'm just such a lip combo girly, so I feel like that looks really nice. But the complexion, like the foundation along with those two Rare Beauty products, look really good. I would imagine that a lot of you have this, so maybe try that next time. Just kind of do the blush on the back of your hand and then dot a tiny bit of the highlighter onto what's left and combine it, because that looks so pretty. I would love to hear your thoughts of the Allure Reader's Choice Award winners in the comments down below. Let me know if these are things that you're genuinely still using. Is this a good reflection of the general public when it comes to those of us who are into makeup? Let me know in the comments down below. I do feel like all these products are very good, reliable things. And that's one thing that I really like about the Reader's Choice Awards is, like, it's a very unbiased opinion and people don't care if it's won for the past 10 years in a row. If they feel like it's the best bronzer, then that's what wins. And I really appreciate that about the Reader's Choice Awards. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this year's series. Again, I will have the playlist down below if you missed my drugstore and high-end version. And you can also look at previous episodes from previous years, since I've been doing this for literally 7 years. Can you believe that? This is my 7th year doing this series. I will say the one thing that I feel like people need to try a little more of is the eyeshadow palettes, but you tell me in the comments down below. I feel like it's a pretty color story, but it's not my favorite eyeshadow palette I've ever tried, so that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you!